Hi everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood hanger hobbit here, and welcome aboard the XP-38G, a rank 2 battle rating 3.3 premium for the Americans that's filled with the freedoms. I know we just had a kind of American one in the Akutan Zero, but I'm trying to do the event like everybody else, so I gotta use what, according to TEC, fits the meta. Ooh, damn, that had to hurt. I feel sorry for anybody that flies those pasta bombers. Italians did not make good bombers in World War II. I don't know why you'd fly one. SM-79s were poop. That's poop. Yeah, pretty much any Italian bomber is poop. Oh, nope. Didn't give it quite enough lead. And I know some of you in the comments are going to say, Harry, what's with the bazookas? Or are you just being silly, man? What's with the bazookas? I like the bazookas. Say all the bad things you want. I like the bazookas. The bazookas are fun and they're funny. And they will help you win these matches. I know you're thinking, killing bombers with bazookas is not going to help you win matches. No, that's just for fun. No, the way this thing helps you win matches and take number one on the team, yeah. Oh, nearly kissed him. And somebody trying to snatch my kill. But hey, it's not burning, and if it doesn't burn, he gets a turn. As I was saying though, the thing about these bazookas, dead simple for killing light pillboxes. So when that last guy runs into space, you can make tons of RP with this thing. Oh, thank you. I do appreciate that. My condolences, Mr. Pasta Bomber. Oh, and what do we got here? More pasta. Good Lord. I'm going to choke on all the carbs. It's pasta heaven. I've noticed they've been spamming the heck out of these. I guess because it's such a low BR, so, you know, even people that haven't got very far in the trees can do it. Or that, or maybe they're just trying to spade out the ones they avoided, because those planes aren't very good. Either way, been seeing a ton of them. Oh, you come here now. Oh, that's right, you come here now. You are not going to outturn a lightning. Ooh, that fire's definitely going to stick. I don't think I've ever seen a fire go out on one of them. Yep, that's what I thought. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Oh, this plane, this was one of my first premiums way back in the day. Remember when they used to have the Steam Pack that had this and the A6M5 Co. and gave you the Pacific Theater single player? Yeah, that was one of the first premium packs I picked up. Oh, I've always had a soft spot for this plane. Little P-38 buddy. You might want to be paying attention. You might not want to have your nose stuck up that high, because you kind of losing all your energy. Yep, he not paying very much attention. Oh well. Hang on, little buddy. Hang on. Yeah, look at that. He had his nose way up in the sky. Goodness, that's a good way to run out of all your energies. Yeah, one thing you gotta watch with these, yeah, P-38s, when they get super slow, get kind of sluggish. Ooh, more pasta. Goodness gracious, bring the spaghetti sauce. Boom. Ouch. He got one right up the poop chute. No, that had to hurt. Yeah, I keep the guns joined on this because the single 20mm, not that hot. Go ahead and switch to the end because there ain't nobody left. See, that's the problem. You get up there into space, you kill 2 or 3 guys, and then you go, all right, where's the next? Wait a minute, what do you mean they're all down there on the ground? By the time you get down there, yep, they're pretty much toast. Oh well, what can you do? And hey, first place, I'll always take that. by the way, as a little PSA, the European Canadian just put out a video, says the event is bugged. Are you surprised? Yep, he says there are people that have gone this entire event so far with no parts drops. Again, are you surprised? I'm not, because that's just exactly what happened with the Build a Crap Cobra. And yeah, makes you use the market. For those that are wondering, yep, I broke down and just used the market because I got tired of being jerked around. Only got 3 parts drops in 3 days, all of them the parts I already had that were pretty much worthless, and the part I needed was like $3. So I said, the hell with it, threw $10 in the stupid thing, got my stupid part, got my stupid plane. Now everything else I'm just dumping, because Build a Crap events are a pile of poop. We knew that with the IS-7, we knew that with the Cobra and the Tiger, and no surprise, this one's poop too. On a positive note though, I've gotten enough from dumping all the garbage straight onto the friggin' market that hey, I got the Boston, which is nice. I've always wanted that. It's such a great little bomber slash heavy fighter. It's quite fun. But let's get back to this, and this is going to be it's going to be a little hard to tell a lot of history about, because guess what? It didn't really exist. Yep, this is a paper airplane, just like the R2-D2s. You see, there was an XP-38, and there was a P-38G. There never was an XP-38G, because by the time the G series came around, they kind of knew what they were doing, and they didn't really need a prototype. So I'll give you a few little fun facts about the P-38s in general. How's that sound? Here's a little fun fact for you. Lockheed never expected to build this thing in any kind of numbers. So yeah, this thing was hand built. That used joints that were perfectly centered and smoothed out with flush rivets. This thing was built more like a 109 than it was something that was made for production, like a P-38, a P-47 or a P-63. Yeah, they figured their maximum order on these would be about 50. U.S. Army Air Corps said, ooh, we like that, that's nice. We'd like some. Lockheed said, how many? U.S. Army Air Corps said, oh, how about 10,000? So yeah, Lockheed wasn't really ready for that. So yeah, they went into full panic mode. They even bought the whiskey plant next door just so they could buy some more space to start building these suckers. But even then, by the start of Pearl Harbor, they'd only built 69 of these things, because it wasn't really built for mass production. Ooh, got another big old fat bomber. Oh, another fun little fact. This was the most deadliest twin-engine fighter in all of World War II. Yeah, this beats your 110s, your 410s, your Mossies. Couldn't none of them rack up the kills like this. In fact, some historians say this is pretty much the only truly successful twin-engine fighter in World War II. Because the others, they were more like bombers that were just pressed into fighter service. This thing, though, this thing was a race car. This thing could actually outrun a Zero with only one motor. Yeah, bat out of hell was what this thing was. It had the handling. It had all different kinds of loadouts you could put on this sucker. And it was one of the only American planes that had the 20mm, because it had that little cocking lever like with the Yak, so they could reset it when that sucker jammed. Because Americans and 20mm, they were not a good match during the war. Americans just never could figure out how to get them things to work reliable like they could the Freedom Cows. So yeah, Americans didn't use them much, but the P-38 did. And oh yeah, did it have effect. It was one of the deadliest fighters in the Pacific. In fact, 7 of the top aces in the Pacific flew the Lightnings. Oh, come here. Oh, it's a Japs here. No. getting a little too fat. That's another thing you'll notice about these birds. Man, they can dive like a bat out of hell. But once you start getting that high speed in that dive, she gets a little on the stiff side. Once you take that into account, though, not too bad. Another little fun fact, this was the plane that killed the designer of the freaking attack on Pearl Harbor, Isoroku Yamamoto. Yeah, Americans found out he was doing a frontline inspection with a Betty bomber and a bunch of Zeros. They sent 16 P-38 Lightnings after his butt. And needless to say, that Betty didn't end up doing so hot. Yeah, it got shredded, along with 2 of the Zeros. They had to pull his body out the jungle the next day. So, yeah, Zero versus P-38s. Bet your money on the P-38s. Yeah. Oh, what do we got here? Key 100. How are you doing, buddy? Oh, come here. Oh, boom. There we go. And, that's right. I just got shot in the back by one of my own teammates. Yeah, we got a vulture. Because, yeah, he's been stealing other people's kills, too. And has no problem shooting through people to do it. Now, some people are going to disagree with me on this, but I have standards. When you start shooting through people and you start shooting down planes that are on fire, I got no use for you. In fact, I ended up unsubscribing from a YouTuber who I won't mention. Oh, there's that fire. Nope. Oh, ouch. Yeah, don't sit on the butt of a 238, boys and girls. You tend to turn into a fireball. As I was saying, though, I ended up unsubscribing to a YouTuber I refused to mention because he didn't see no problem with going around shooting down planes that are already on fire and going down. And I'm sorry, but I'm getting sick of this. Not just for my own sake. I'm getting sick of losing matches because I end up with half of my team having to dive to the deck. Yep, he stole it. As I was saying, I'm getting really tired of half of my team having to dive to deck to secure kills, giant air quotes, because you got some douche that's sitting around snatching everything that gets set on fire. So I've decided to take a zero tolerance policy to that. What does that mean? That means I treat them no different than I do the team killers. If you go around shooting your own team in the back, stealing planes that are already on fire and going down, you're not getting no help from me. Yeah, I may not be able to freaking stop you from acting like a douche. Don't mean I gotta support you acting like a douche. So, you need help? You're out of luck. In fact, you can see in the chat, that's exactly what I'm telling it. Hope you like being on your own against 6, buddy. Because, yeah, shooting people in the back, kill stealing, I'm not putting up with this douchebaggery. I'm really not. Now, like I said, some of you may disagree. It's just me and him. If I was to go down there and back him up, we could probably clean up pretty quickly. Well, if he didn't shoot me in the frickin' back so he could steal another kill. See, that's the other thing. When you get players that'll shoot down planes that are already on fire and stuff, you can't trust them. You just can't. Because players that act like asses like that, they got no problem with taking you out so they can get the kill. So, I ain't helping that jerk. No. Now, if you disagree, that's fine. You fly the way you want to fly. But personally, I'm sick of this. I've lost matches where I've had a couple of teammates up at altitude with me, and it would have been just a clear cakewalk. But all it took was one freaking vulture sitting there at mid-tier, snatching everything we shot. Pretty soon, my teammates got tired of getting kill stole, started diving after the planes they set on fire. Next thing you know, I'm up at altitude against 5 friggin' planes while they're getting slaughtered because they're down there in the swarm, because that's the only way they can get any freaking kills. No, until Gaijin fixes this stupid bug, which it's a bug, because I've seen planes that have been set on fire, wing chopped off, tail blown off, and the player not even getting a freaking assist, much less the kill. Until they fix this bug, not gonna support it, not gonna condone it. If certain YouTubers want to freaking say that's fine and dandy, whatever. If I run into them in a match, they do that to me, guess what? Just like that guy, you're not getting any backup. If you bait and pull one right in front of me, I'm not going to pull the trigger. I'm going to let him cut you down. Not putting up with it. Oh, let's see what we got, though. Oh, we got a Ducky and the Key 100. And Ducky, you got to go. I am not going to dive on the Key and end up with a Ducky shooting me in the butt with those big old cannons. Nope. I pulled that trick too many times in my Ducky. Ain't bound to do it. Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. Ducky. Oh, what do we got here? It's a Key 61. I bet his plane's freaking about to roast. Yeah, Key 61s, man, they are not good with the freaking radiators. Oh, and look, in the chat, there's one I blocked for being a douche on a previous match. Surprise, surprise. Man, we have got so much toxic players in this freaking game. Lately, it's just been getting nuts. Anyway, I'm now outnumbered 4-1. Oh, not anymore. Take a look. The toxic player, he just wiped out his whole team. Isn't that lovely? Yep. Wanna bet he had one of his kills stolen? That's why he got tired of the BS? Really wouldn't surprise me. Now it's just a 1v1. And I gotta give credit to this Key 61 player. He is flying his little heart out. I mean, if I just saw my entire team get TK'd like that, I would be rather depressed. But he is just fighting his little butt off. I can tell what he's trying to do. You see, he's trying to bait me into a turn fight, because Key 61 will beat P-38 in tight turns. But I am not going to do it. No. Remember the golden rule, boys and girls. Do not play to their strengths. You make them play to yours. So every time I miss, I'm going right back up. I'm going to reset. Probably not the most exciting thing, but you know what? It keeps you from getting killed. Oh, but I've got a problem. Yeah, I'm not doing so hot on the gasoline. And this is another thing I want to have a little bit of rant about. Gaijin, you really need to quit with having maps where one team has a base and the other team don't. Because that's some BS right there. Because you see, the way this is right now, I'm sure his engine's about to melt. I'm not doing great on gas. If this would have just been a normal map where we each had a runway, I would just get into all chat and tell him, you know what? You probably need a rearm and a reload. I could use some gas. Tell you what, buddy, why don't we just agree to go our own ways? We'll both go get a refuel, get reloaded, and we'll meet somewhere in the middle and have us a good old proper dogfight. I've done that plenty of times with plenty of maps. Can't do it on this one, because guess what? We only got carriers. And you don't even want to know what trying to put one of these down on a carrier is like. It's so not fun. This thing does not have the brakes to be put down on a carrier. And I've occasionally been able to put it down on the nacelles, and occasionally it's ripped the tail off. So being the last man standing, not going to risk it for the biscuit. Anyway, they made about 1,000 of these P-38Gs, and they had a few teething problems. For one thing, they designed new intercoolers and stuff for them, but just didn't have enough of them. So some of them ended up with the weaker F intercoolers, which caused them to have a bit of issue with the overheating, especially at lower altitudes. But it was a choice of that or halt production. And they asked General Spatz of the 8th Air Force, and he said, you know what? I'd rather have a plane that goes like a bat out of hell that has a few problems with it than a plane that don't go like a bat out of hell that has a few problems with it. Keep up the production. So, yeah. Much rather had the planes. Oh, there's some hits. And he's back to the turny burny. One nice improvement to the Fs and the G models was their Fowler flaps. Oh, are you trying to pull up for me? Yeah, I know you're about out of power. Yeah, I've flown the Key 61. That engine's cooking, ain't it? Yep, he ran out just like me. Anyway, the Fowler flaps had a special setting on them, so if you pulled hard, it would kick in the flaps extra, and this thing could actually outturn most single-engine fighters. Catch was, it would increase your drag, too, but like Spat said, rather have plane go like bat out of hell. So, yeah. Losing a little bit in one or two turns, not too bad. Nope. Not gonna do a turn fight with you, buddy. You can keep trying to do that. Not gonna happen. Oh, look at my gas, though. Anyway, the big difference between the G and the F, the G got the new Allison engines that cranked out 1,425 horsepower. Oh, yeah, from that distance, and you're going to cause a few scratches, but yeah, you're not taking me out with a Key 61. And with my gas like this, I can't freaking afford to just keep slamming on that whip. So, had to take a few. Nope, he's trying to head back to base. Uh-oh, clock is ticking hard. Oh, come on, freedom cows. Do daddy right. Oh, come on. Oh, there's some more hits. Oh, come on, turn for me. That's it. Come on back around. Oh, got another one. Uh-oh. This will show you how long this match went. Because I took with a 20-minute fuel load, and the Allisons aren't as bad as the friggin' British birds when it comes to the gas sucking, the Merlins. Yep, I'm out of gas. Come on, buddy. Turn for me. That's it. Come on. Come at me. Ooh. Yep, I literally killed the last guy in a glide. Don't you just love when you have one of those where you pull it out in the last possible second? Lord, does that not just feel wonderful? Just puts a smile on your face. If he would have just went back to base, I would have went splat. But as it is, I can squeak her right across the wire. And, yep, 3 kills and an assist. Heck yeah. I will take that. So what do I think about this bird? Oh, for this event, it is just freaking perfect. It is absolutely perfect. I think the longest I've had to wait is like 23, 24 seconds to get into a match. With everybody spamming Germany and Japan, this thing can just pop in just any time it wants. And good Lord, does this thing got the performance. Climbs good, dives good, punishing firepower. It's just a wonderful bird. I absolutely adore it. Well, be sure to like and share, and I hope to see you up there in the clouds. Have a good one, y'all.